What's going on, boys? Yeah, I apologize. I don't know what the fuck is going on today. I think I should be live now. I I hope. I'm gonna have to open up um chat and see what's going on because I can't actually see what the chat's saying now. So I'm gonna have to open up my own YouTube channel and look at the chats from there. So I apologize if there's a bit of a shit show going on. What's going on, Anakin? What's good, man? Cold Art, what's good, bro? B7, what's good, man? Bro, John Jones with a 10-foot broom. All he had to do was Trump dance and people up. Nah, I don't. The thing is, yeah, man, don't even get me started on this. Hopefully, all of you guys can hear me and see me. Yeah, the whole way he did that was disgraceful. Like he kind of implied after that he would fight Tom, and then went straight into an interview 2 minutes later, and then said, "Yeah, he's only fighting Alex or he's leaving." Typical scummy movements. Anyway, as you can probably see, you can't see the chats aren't coming up in the overlay, so I'm just going to take that down. Apologies in advance about. Hang on a second, boys. Let's try this. Not much, man. Sorry about the mad one here today. I've had a problem with Restream, which isn't helping now because the chat is still fucked. So I've had to open up my YouTube here. I figure it's better to go on with it all over the place rather than not going on at all. I hope everyone's well. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. Hope you all enjoyed the card last night as well. How's it going? Fuck me, what a joke. How's it going, Westy? Yeah, no, I still can't see the chats in Restream, which is a bit of a pain in the dick. But we're gonna make do. We're gonna just I've opened up YouTube on a tablet I've got here, and hopefully I can OBS. A lot of people have had. No, I don't use OBS. I've heard OBS is pretty decent actually. I used to use it back in the day, but it's weird as well, yeah, because I just signed up for Restream. I've paid the fucking cunts for a year, and suddenly it stops working. How you doing, Sniff? What's good, my man? I be fucking hell. Don't confuse me, Sniff. I've had a rough night, all right. John Jones, yeah, John Jones is officially a coward. We can bank it now. I thought the way he did it was so typical John Jones. Right after the fight, implies that he's gonna fight Tom Aspinall, and then literally minutes later goes into the post fight presser and says, "Yeah, he's only fighting Alex, and if the UFC won't book it, then he'll fuck off." Hypothetically, I want to see Volk fight Chandler. That would be. I believe in you. Thanks very much, Sniff. Chandler doesn't deserve that. Chandler should be getting somebody like BSD now. He doesn't deserve anyone in the last 10. Sorry, in the top 10 at all. He shouldn't be anywhere near it. Appreciate that, man. It's like a Halloween theme type thing. Halloween background. Bit fruity. It kind of sums up my general personality. Flowers and that in the background. Volk versus Lopez should be next. I like that as a fight as well. Lopez deserves something, and I don't think you can do. I know they've kind of said they're going to do Vulcan to Puri, which I think is a mistake. But no, I think with that being said, I think they should. Vulcan Lopez should be next, and they should do. I don't even know what they do with Tapiri at this point. It's tough. Rufy called out BSD, and he's not even. I think Rufy would beat BSD. I think that's a good fight for him. BSD sucks, bros. I've been saying this for a while now. BSD is shite. Oh, thanks, Westy. No, Westy, and thanks for sticking around as well. I was this close to giving up. Like I messaged Restream, they were talking a load of bullshit. Someone said, "See you at the top." Could fight Dariush. No, he doesn't deserve that fight either. He should be fighting like BSD or some. Michael Chandler needs to fight an up and coming murderer at this point. He's been inactive for. He's 2-4 in the UFC and he's ranked number 7. I've never heard of anything like it. He's had opportunity after opportunity after. The cunt doesn't deserve it. Screw that guy. But the Rufi call out of BSD is actually a good one for him. Because Rufi looked human, and I've been saying this as well. Like, of all the fighting nerds, he's the one who's probably the least impressive to me out of all of them. Like, he's very flashy. He's got a few things in the locker, but I think the other fighting nerds are more dangerous than he is. Well, the thing is, I won a lot of money last night as well, or a decent amount. I won like $250 last night, which is not bad. But I'm still pissed off. What about Figueiredo versus Yan? I think Yan fucks him up, Sniff. I think that's an easy one for Yan, especially 5 rounds as well. I love that fight for Yan. I think that's an easy W for him. Rufi should be fighting Elvis Breno, or Elvis Breno could be a good one as well. I think Elvis Breno gives him trouble. I think Rebecca beats the fuck out of him. I'm not convinced by Rufi at all. Like I said, he's good, bit flashy here and there, but I don't trust him. He looked very dodgy yesterday. He looked very beatable. So fuck him. Still, he had some nice moments. Like I like the flashy stuff he pulls off, but he looks hurtable. 250 is a good amount. That's a whole rent for some people. Count your blessings. Yeah, I mean, I was very happy with and the thing is, it could have been $700 if Natalia Silva won as well. So I had 2 parlays going, and I think in total I had like 7 or 8. So I had one parlay that had 4 in it and another parlay that had 4 in it. And Natalia Silva let me down. What about Logan Paul versus Bo Nickel? I'd give Logan Paul a shot in that. Bo Nickel looked terrible. Again, this is another thing I've been saying. He's not that good. I mind you, I did think he was going to smash Paul Craig, but because Paul Craig isn't very, and he made Paul Craig look good, which is a worry. If I'm Bo Nickel, I'd be worried about that. Hang on a second, bros. Let me just jump into my settings here for a second. That's me. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I just had to open my YouTube here so I can see the chats. I just want to change my settings to subscriber only. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. All right. I don't understand what's going on. Can somebody explain? Like, maybe I'm I don't understand the Mikey Musamachi thing. I thought he was contracted to 1, and now he's just fighting on UFC Fight Pass. I don't get that. It's a confusing one. Paul Craig should retire. He definitely should. He definitely should. How you doing, Larry? What's good? Sorry, we've had a bit of a nightmare getting online today. Chat's not working now as well. I've messaged Restream about it. Perfect timing for them to fuck me over after I paid them for a year. Lane, how's it going, man? Lane, how did you make out last night in terms of bets? I managed to get away with one of my parlays. I had 2 on. I was just telling the guys, and Natalia Silva fucked me up, but I kind of had a feeling she would. So I'm not that surprised. But I managed to get a 3-leg parlay. I think it was a 3-leg on I had Jake Paul beating Mike Tyson, obviously. I mean, at minus 150, anyone who didn't take that is a fucking idiot. Then I had Chandler and Oliveira to go over 1.5, and I had Jones and Miocic to go over 2.5, and I made out of like $200, something like that. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. Lane is somebody you guys should definitely be following if you want like to do well gambling wise. You went up big. That's the thing. It's another weird one. Yeah, I'm literally fuming. Yeah, Silver fucked me up as well. Silver fucked me up hard. I told you guys she was gonna struggle though. When I went on live with making the walk and crossover on Friday to kind of do a little breakdown of the card. I told everyone that Natalia Silva was gonna fucking lay an egg. How you doing, John Dong? What's good, my man? I'm just relieved to be here. It's 3:00 in the morning. I don't care. I was seconds away from packing it in and giving up, going back to bed, and I'm glad that I persisted. Because it's always good to hang out with you guys on a Sunday. So you guys know that Sunday is my favorite stream day. Can't get enough of it. So you got Jones round 3 KO. Wow, the Charles decision. Wow, Charles decision was a big one to go for because I was I did like over plus 1.5 and I was nervous. I was thinking that might not even hit. So it going 5 was crazy. And I kind of got away with the Jones one a little bit as well. Yeah, Karine looked horrible. She looked out of shape and had no fucking cardio whatsoever. She looked terrible. The thing is, my picks were a little bit all over the place yesterday, but the ones that I got right, like I really nailed it. I thought that Stipe might make 5 rounds though, and oh my god, he looked terrible. I'm still angry about Jones. I'm still angry about yeah, Charles' decision's a mad one, Lane. I don't know how you came up with that one. Even though you got it right, I still think that was a mad pick. John round 3 KO was plus 1200. Charles decision, yeah, plus 800. Shit. I did not think that was going anywhere near 5. But mind you, though, when it got past 2, I was feeling more confident. Chandler loses to Jim Miller. He might. Chandler, the problem with Chandler, yeah, is he's just extremely dumb. Extremely dumb. And no matter what he does, no matter how much preparation he puts in, you can't cure dumb. Unfortunately for him. Mora decision plus the Mora decision was a good one. I did pick Hardy, but in hindsight, it was a very stupid thing. Hardy can't defend takedowns, or she can't get up once she is taken down. So it was a very obvious one. Nickel decision was a very good one as well. What I thought Nickel would do is I thought he'd threaten takedowns and then chin him, but because he showed he made it very, very clear from the beginning of the fight that takedowns weren't on the cards. Paul Craig just was able to kind of pick him off at range a little bit. Overs are always a good one to do as well. Thoughts on these picks for next week card? Kavanagh, Choi, Wang, Zhang, and Peter Yan. I love how most of these rhyme. I'm gonna say with somebody looking for a fight, guys, you're asking for a bruising a little bit there. Because when they're put on the big stage, they tend to struggle a little bit. I do think that I think Wang's a lock. I think Piotr Yan is very good money. Let me have a quick look at what's on the card actually while we're here. I don't want to open UFC Fight Pass. I've got a general rule now, Larry, where I always say this to myself. I say I'm only going to do like 3-leg parlays, and then I end up doing 4, 5, 6 because I get bored. For me, I tend to only really make money when I do doubles and like maximum triples because something always goes wrong. They should do Cejudo versus Talbot. I think Cejudo would still beat him. I'm not 100% convinced on Talbot yet, especially with the grappling. I'm not sure. That's why Chandler is a good stepping stone for Volk at 155, in my opinion. Chandler might fluke him though, and imagine that. I mean, I don't think he would, but imagine if he did. Volk would no longer be a top 50. If you lose to Chandler, you're no longer a top 25 fighter. So it's a risky one. They've got to stop giving Chandler these big names. He doesn't deserve it. He's 2-4. He should be fighting BSD. How you doing, ITP? What's good, my man? Hope everything's well with you. Yeah, man, I've had an absolute mare today. An absolute mare getting online, but we're here. Zhang is a lock in my opinion. Yeah, Zhang should be good as well. I think Allberg's going to beat Volkan, but Volkan's one of those ones where he's, yeah, Volkan's good at those odds as well. I'm not sure it's worth a play, but Allberg should get it done. He's had plenty of time off, so I think I'm going to go with Allberg on that one. That was the one I was thinking of for the co-main. Chandler should fight Dariush next. He doesn't even deserve that fight. Dariush should be getting somebody like a Fiziev or somebody who's coming up who's deserving of like a top 10 spot but hasn't got the chance yet. But of all the fights available, it's not a terrible one. I wouldn't mind Chandler and Dariush. We've got to stop giving Chandler top 10 guys though. We've got to. He needs to be fighting in that 10 to 15 range. The first name that came to mind when I was thinking of Chandler after that loss was Benoit Saint Denis. I think they should do that. So what's up with UFC 311? What's been confirmed for that so far? Or is it UFC 310 we're talking about? Because I can't see anything up for 311 yet. I know there's been a few things added to it. Chandler versus Rebecki. I think Rebecki would beat the fuck out of him. Rebecki's not dumb. And he's durable. Rebecki can grapple. I think Rebecki would do him. Chandler versus Pimlet. I wouldn't mind that as well. I wouldn't mind that. I think they're gonna do Pimlet and Moicano. UFC 310. The headliner for 310, it's looking like it's gonna be Pantoja and Osaka. And then they've got Rakhmonov and Gary as the co-main, which I actually quite like as a fight. 310 is okay. Cyril Gane and Volkov. I don't understand why they're doing Bryce Mitchell and Kron Gracie. I don't know why Kron Gracie's being given another chance. I'd do Chandler versus Rebecki as well. I like that, Larry. I'd go for that. There's so many things you could do with Chandler because for some reason they seem to have a lot of stock in the guy. And the thing is that I guess he's fun. I don't know how many dicks this guy has sucked to get the opportunities that he's getting, though. It makes no sense to me. He's dumb and terrible, cringy on the mic. As soon as he started talking after the fight as well, I felt annoyed, even more annoyed with him. The guy's just a little pissant. I find him so irritating. Fuck Michael Chandler. It was so satisfying. I was bricked up the entire time watching him get his ass whooped. And then the annoying thing about it is he gets his fifth round hero moment as well. Where he looks like he comes out of that looking kind of good somehow, which again annoys me. And then he fucking does the most predictable thing ever and calls out Conor McGregor again after saying 5 minutes ago that he's done with him. He's just a joke. He's just his wife doesn't fuck him as well. Little goblin. I didn't think the Bryce fight was real. I'm happy that Bryce is getting Kron Gracie in the sense that like Kron Gracie is shit. And we all love Bryce Mitchell around here. So obviously we want our boy Bryce to do well. Chandler is like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, fake as fuck. He even nah, bro. I mean, let's not go too far. Like Dwayne at least was funny back in the day, and he had some lines. Chandler is goofy and annoying. I fucking hate Michael Chandler. The only reason why Chandler's worth having around is because he's dumb and because he does dumb things. Like he'll scrap. I enjoy that. I enjoy seeing him like go in there and pull like because he's great to bet against. Because he's money in the bank. Because you know if he fights anyone decent, he's gonna get fucking whammed. And because he carries that threat, he's never too much of an underdog. So, yeah. Get your candy on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he might as well. It's just gross. Him calling for a BMF title as well is embarrassing. You're 2-4, bro. He keeps trying to weasel his way into more opportunities that he shouldn't be getting. He grosses me out. He's such a balloon animal, that little cunt. He should be fighting somebody who's raging up the rankings right now. Gene Silva, somebody like that. BSD. He's 38 years old. He gets a title shot and title shot. That's how I feel about it. A title fight in his second fucking fight in the organization after doing nothing. I'm sick of Michael Chandler. I'm standing at the top, mate, and I don't see you here, you little prick. Yeah, Connor's definitely not coming back. And rightfully so. We've talked about this multiple times. If you were Connor, would you come back? I definitely wouldn't. No way. I'd be doing a line of coke right now while getting a blowjob of some randomer. If I was him, fuck that. I wouldn't be getting my brains battered in if I had as much money as he did. The back of the head shots from Chandler were fucking crazy. Again, we're just seeing this more and more. I don't think back of the head shots are they're only a problem. In fact, I never see them get penalized. I can't remember the last time I've seen, other than a ref shouting, "Stop hitting them in the back of the head." I've never seen a fight like paused or like a point taken. When's the last time any of us can remember a point getting taken for a back of the head shot? They are money in terms of you can just pound away, and then the ref might say, "Stop doing that," and then all right, you adjust a little bit, but the damage has been done at that point. We've seen it numerous times. But we've talked about this as well. Like they need to do something about that because that was egregious. But again, Charles shouldn't have put himself in that position as well. He was coasting. And the worst thing is for Charles is he beats the fuck out of Chandler for pretty much 22 minutes. And it feels like his stock has kind of stayed at the same level, which is a shame. Cyril Gahn is the king of them. Never seen a point taken. Really? I never knew that. I didn't know that Cyril Gahn was up to that caper. Cyril Gahn is a weird one anyway. I hope he gets battered. Cody Brundage versus Abdul Razak. Why not? Why not? Loser leaves town match. Oh, you mean they've already done it? I thought you were talking about doing it again. Gahn is the specialist of back of the headshots. I can't remember who did he back of the headshot? I don't remember. I don't remember him doing that. Fire memory for me. It's the same with Zionism. Everyone keeps doing it anyway. I was wondering when you were going to slip that in. Fair play to you. Yeah, so it's just another card where I've left like bitterly disappointed and angry, and like I said, the money's up, but that doesn't even do it for me, and that's not enough to do it for me these days. I need to feel like things are moving forward, like things are happening, and we're not getting that. It feels like we're kind of back to square one. Didn't Abdul Razak beat the fuck out of him, beat his brains in? Cody Brundage is another guy that I fucking hate as well. Oh yeah, you got DQ'd for the back of the headshots. You're right. That is the last, and it would be Cody Brundage who pulls it off. The master of like, and to be fair, he was well within his right to do that. How you doing, Aaron Tats? What's good, my man? Tuivasa right before he got KO'd. Yeah, I forgot about that. I guess they weren't as blatantly obvious as I remember. I mean, Garn's another scumbag as well. We need a women's heavyweight division. They might as well. They might as well. I mean, like a 300-pounder. Like they should just jump directly from like 135 to like anything goes, and just make it a freak show. They need an atomweight division as well. Frankie, thoughts on Rufy calling out St. Denis? How you doing, Manuel Fernandez? Congratulations on your boy. I know he got battered a little bit, but you know, he survived pretty well in there. I think it's a good call out. I think Rufy would beat BSD. I was one of very, very few people who said that not Cyril Garn, that said that BSD was never that good. Because when I saw him fight Alesgi dos Santos, and Alesgi dos Santos put a life-altering beating on that man, I knew from then on he was never going to achieve anything. And it was all a little bit of a smokescreen. But yeah, I like the call out. I think he could beat Benoit Saint Denis, but Rufy's got a lot to work on because his cardio doesn't look that good. He's very flashy, but yeah, do you know what? I'm your Mashua. There's a problem with my heater in my room at the moment, so I literally just threw the jacket on last minute. Gorlock versus MMA Guru. I'll take Gorlock in that one. Every Cyril Gane fight, he does that. I want to see Angel Reese get in the cage and is Angel Reese the basketball player? I hate that cunt as well. Is Gorlock trans? I mean, why am I asking that? Like I'm surprised. Gorlock looks hung. Yeah, Von Brown. I think it's Von Brown. Yeah. I like to keep the Fred game on lock there, sir. Benoit Saint Denis. I often think that when I say his name as well. Prime Rosie O'Donnell would slay. Well, yeah, she'd definitely be a contender for women's heavyweight champ for sure. Gane hit JDM with a back of the head elbow. Gane hit JDM. Oh, you mean wait, do you mean what's his name? Oh fucking hell. Oh, what's his name? It's not JDM, it's Junior. Oh, it is JDM. JDS. Junior Dos Santos. Lontop is tough, but it's not good, bro. Yeah, that was another life-altering beating as well. He looked like he got abused in there. Fair play to him though for surviving as long. Yeah, Junior Dos Santos. Yeah, Junior. Yeah, I had a bit of a brain fuck there, but it's 3:00 in the morning. Like I said, I spent an hour and a half trying to get on here, so I think Rufy's gonna lose his next fight unless he does fight BSD. If they elevate Rufy too fast, he's gonna get slapped. And I think it's gonna be like I've got more faith in Prates because Prates has got really good takedown defense. I think the fighting nerds are gonna have a rougher year next year. My favorite of all of them is probably Gene Silva. I like him. What's the heaviest woman you've seen in China? There's some fatties over there, bro. You'd be surprised. They love their food over there. It's not like in Japan where everything they eat is kind of healthy. The Chinese are more health conscious than the Western people, obviously, but there's still some fatties over there. There's some thick bitches over there. Tell everyone Chandler hit Olives with clean shots, and I will not do that, sir. Chandler also grabbed the cage about 5 times as well. Chandler is scum. I hate him. How you doing, Cage? What's good, bro? Daniel Marcos beat best Peruvian right now in the UFC, undefeated, and he's I think Daniel Marcos is going to do Yanez. Yanez is another guy that he looks crispy, but he's not that good. He's beatable. He's hittable. And Marcos is mustard as well. Peruvians are really getting their things done. They're getting it done now, which I'm delighted about. I want a fire ass treehouse. Okay, Sniff. I don't know what you'd be using that for. I don't know if I want to really know. Lontop is a copy and paste of Joseph Medina. Tough as hell, but lacks the skill. Sometimes that's all you need in the UFC, though. If you're hard as nails, I mean, look at Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz has got no skill whatsoever, and he managed to chat his way through to a career. Those shots were. This is what I hate about this. Those shots were borderline but clean. They were clearly on the back of the head. There were some of them that landed on the side of the head. Don't get me wrong. They were pretty bad though. They were pretty blatant. Oh, Jose Medina. See, I can't see fucking. It's amateur hour out here, is it? Not that it's 7 not, but since Trump is president, I should be able to listen to R. Kelly now. What why would you stop listening to R. Kelly? Let's separate the man from the deeds, shall we? Or the artist from the deeds. I mean, I'm it's not like when a Michael Jackson song comes on in the car, I think he was sucking some little dicks out there, wasn't he? I don't think like that. And neither should you. The artist should be separate from the deeds, in my opinion. And I still think there's a conspiracy with all that shit anyway. Diddy didn't do it. But yeah, like I said, I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. It's great to have you guys here. If you expect me not to jam to the Ignition remix, you're crazy. Exactly. And did she look 14? I'm kidding. It's irrelevant. But his art inspired the deeds. I mean, the guy called himself the Pied Piper of R&B. If we didn't see that coming, then that's on us. Frankly, I think we're as much to blame for that than anybody else. Does Trump pardon Diddy? I wouldn't rule it out. Nate retired with the 4th most submission wins ever and the most off his back. Stop hating. If I can't hate, then I shouldn't be here. Nate Diaz is a bad example. But there are some in the UFC that have just managed to kind of chat their way through by being just hard as nails. You can do that because there are some very unskilled fighters in the UFC. And sometimes there are skilled fighters that what people don't take into consideration sometimes is the pressure that these guys must feel going in there and doing what they do must be insane. And sometimes you don't get to show out the way that you do in the gym. There's a lot that goes into it. Frankie, you think Buckley beats Colby? It's a tough one, It's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Buckley just because of the youth factor. Obviously because of what we've seen from Colby in his last few. I don't trust him anymore. But the Colby that fought Usman the first time, that Colby I would pick to give a fight against anyone current or past. Colby Covington is hard as nails, and he's better than people give him credit for. But I think his day might be done. That Leon Edwards performance was horrific and has aged terribly. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick Buckley on that one just because I think Buckley's got the wrestling chops and he's got power in his hands as well. But the thing is, it being 5 rounds, I can see like Buckley getting the first 2 rounds and then the 3rd round being a swing round and then Colby taking over from there. So it could be one where Colby might be a good person to bet on live. Because if Buckley doesn't get Colby out of there, and it is a 5 rounder, that's a tough one. I might pick Colby for that one. Frankie, do you practice witchcraft? No, I don't. Do you recommend it? Suited Tom, that reminds me. Frankie, did you see people in India flinging poop at each other? Disgusting. I didn't see it, but I assume that happened on a daily basis. You know how I feel about that part of the world. One of my schoolmates is there at the moment. He's spending 6 months in India, and I think the guy's mentally ill for doing that. I wouldn't spend 5 minutes in that fucking toilet. I'm dropping curses on all of you. Yeah, you wouldn't be the first one. You won't be the last. I didn't know you like to get wet. Wet in what sense? That covers a wide range of things, sir. Colby has been playing it safe, not taking much damage. He might be fresh as a daisy. Yeah, I just think Buckley's young though. He can wrestle. He can pop. I think because it's a 5 rounder, I'm gonna pick Colby because I think he can. I think with his cardio, Buckley tends to gas out in fights quite a bit, and I don't think Buckley's ever done a 5 rounder. I think he's been scheduled for a 5 rounder, but he's never had to do it. I think he fought Luke and finished him in the third. I think that was a main event, but he's never had to go 5. Whereas Colby can do that all day. Colby could go 20. Yeah, but it was a big what? It was a big poop war, probably hundreds of people. I'm not surprised, bro. I know I sound really bad the way that I talk about India. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Fuck them. And I don't have prejudice against them for the reasons that you think. We've discussed this before. Yeah, why are you laughing at WMC, Lane? Lane, WMC loves you, by the way. Talks about you all the time behind your back in very, very positive ways. I'm not gonna reveal exactly what he said, but he's definitely a big fan. If Colby loses, Chandler versus Colby kind of makes sense. Again, why are we giving Chandler more names? Chandler's dog shit. Chandler should be getting again 10 to 15 range, or he should just fuck off and retire. Don't call me sir. I work for a living. They should make Bobby Green versus Michael Johnson. Why not? Why the fuck not? Thoughts on DJ Aiden? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have any comments on DJ Aiden. I don't really know that much about him. Like I saw him pop up in your All I know is that I only know 2 things about DJ Aiden. I know he popped up in one of your live streams, and I saw him. I maybe saw him talk for like 10 minutes or so. And I know that he loves Paradox to Chad. That's all I know about DJ Aiden. And all I know is as well, I get messages pop up in my videos randomly that have nothing to do with Paradox to Chad. And he's like, I love Paradox to Chad. Can you tell Paradox to Chad to say hi? And all of that. So that's all I have to say on that. Paradox the Chad has a legit stalker on his hands. Have you heard DJ Aiden's birthday song? I have not. What DJ Aiden birthday song? Did he do it or did somebody else do it for DJ Aiden? Weston would drink Lane's bathwater. Westy, what do you reckon? I'm not ruling it out. I don't think it's that kind of love. I think it's a mutual respect kind of love. By the way, guys, if you could smash a like on the stream, it's 3:30 in the morning here. I had to go to great lengths to get on here. So a like on the stream would be appreciated. I bet Lennox Lewis would beat Jake Paul. Of course he would. How old is Lennox Lewis though? Lennox Lewis must be what, 55? You collabed with him. Oh, this I need to see. Yeah, Estevan Ribovics is great as well. He's great. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. That guy's got pop. I wouldn't drink anything's bathwater. That's good to know. He's Frank. Of course, I get it. Yeah. No, I think Lennox Lewis would beat the fuck out of it. From what we saw I don't even want to go into the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson thing. That shit was embarrassing. That was hard to watch. I do think as well, yeah. I don't know if you guys agree with this, yeah. I do think there was an element that Jake Paul was hitting him and he thought, I don't want to finish him. I think he felt sorry for him. I genuinely do. But the whole did you guys see that whole post fight thing when Mike Tyson said to Logan, oh, I'll fight you, and then Logan went, fuck you, motherfucker. Logan Paul is he's the worst scum I've ever encountered. And then Jake Paul was kind of sniggering and laughing about it. They're both scum. They're both horrible fucking humans. But I don't know what anyone was expecting. I said it, and anyone else who was disagreeing with me, to be fair, most of you weren't. I said that Mike Tyson was gonna fucking get destroyed, and he should have done. Really, I think the fact that Mike Tyson went to the end, was the best outcome all around for everyone, because it makes Jake Paul look like a joke, which he is, and then we didn't get to see Mike Tyson get flatlined. So if you join the DJ Aiden birthday stream on No Chill's channel, you will hear it. I'm down. When is his birthday? Is it already passed? Yeah, he did show mercy. I think there was an element of that. I think he looked across at him and was like, I can't do this to this old man. But this is the thing. He shouldn't have got in there with him in the first place. Yeah, do you know what? How you doing, Steve Spiros, my man? It was free money. I had so I had a parlay cash in this weekend as well. I had Jake Paul to win, obviously, because I'm not a fucking idiot. And I had Chandler and Oliveira to go over 1.5, and I had Jones and Stipe to go over 2.5. I think I put like £30 on it or something, and I got like nearly 200. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. No, it's coming up. I'm down. I am in. I don't think it was scripted either. I just think that Jake Paul clapped him, saw him dovering around, and thought, I can't do this to this old man. I can't do it. I think it was because he did. The thing is, there, Jake did throw some big ones early, which if he landed, he would have dunked him, even with 22-ounce gloves. But yeah, Steve, if I was tempted to put, honestly, the only reason why I didn't put like $1,000 on Jake Paul is because it's Jake Paul. You never know. You, Paradox Musical, the only real ones. I appreciate that, brother. What about what happened with Katie Taylor? Do you think she was playing? No, I don't think she was playing dirty. I thought the ref was like, she was leaning in with her head a little bit, but she wasn't headbutting her. You see that in boxing all the time, and people get away with it. I thought Katie Taylor won the fight. It might be a little bit of Irish bias, but I thought she won. That was a great fight, though. If they just ended the card there, it would have been a good one. And I hope that a lot of people got to see that. Because it would, like, especially as well, for women to go and throw down like that was fantastic. I enjoyed it. They had an NDA, all was written before the fight, in my opinion. I hope they did. Because Mike shouldn't have been getting in there. I don't think Serrano was robbed. I think Katie was landing. I think Katie was landing more at more of a clip. I know Serrano was throwing more, but most of it was hitting the arms, and it was a very, very close fight. If you thought Serrano won, I got nothing against that. But I thought, personally, I can see why it was so divisive. I think if you go either way, I had Katie winning the fight. I know a lot of people had Serrano winning the fight. I don't think there's a wrong answer to it. It's very similar to like the Beterbiev and Bivol fight, where it kind of depends what you value. Because it was razor close. I would have Serrano's manager, or whoever the fuck that guy was. That guy's a cunt. He made me. And to be fair to Serrano, she did come out afterwards and say that she said things in the heat of the moment, that she doesn't think Katie Taylor's a cheater, and she was obviously just upset at the time, and that she's got a lot of respect for her. So fair play to Serrano. Like, she at least backtracked a little bit. I gave Katie 7 rounds. 3 of them were close. Yeah, I agree with you. You could go either way on 3 of those rounds. I completely agree. I completely agree. White people are having a fantastic month. A fantastic month. Why are white people having a fantastic month? I don't think that's entirely true. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Chandler and Stipe ruined it. Oh, no, I enjoyed watching Chandler get his ass whipped. But then they're still going to give the Chandler calling for a BMF fight was embarrassing, and Chandler calling out Conor McGregor again. The guy's just dumb. The guy's just dumb. I can't. He's never going to change. Do you think Elon Musk jumping up and down was a humiliation ritual? Definitely. He's gone down in my books. I always liked Elon Musk, but this whole like simping stuff is making me a bit unwell. The lengths that he's gone to avoid a little bit of tax is a bit gross to me, but he picked the right guy at least. Someone DM me on X and told me my account was labeled as a terrorist. I feel like this isn't a real thing and I'm being trolled. Probably. If your account hasn't been banned, then just ignore it. It's probably bullshit. If she didn't start crying and complaining, I might have said Serrano, but her complaining made me love Taylor more. Yeah, I don't like anyone that whinges, especially in public. Like go to the back and cry. Chandler should be calling RDA. Yeah, probably. That's the level he should be fighting at. Because the thing with Chandler is an embarrassment, don't get me wrong. But at least most of the time he's fun. Last night he wasn't even fun. Well, apart from like 2 minutes of it when he decided to wake up. I hope we get Fiziev fight news as well. I thought Fiziev was gonna. If I was Fiziev, I'd fight Dariush. Frankie, have you ever taken a big girl to a comedy show and got roasted by the comedian? This sounds very, very specific, Sniff. Is this I'm actually going to a comedy show at the beginning of December, but my missus is not big. My missus is hot as fuck. So any roasting being done would be straight up hating. Gall was already. I picked Mickey Gall. I must have been out of my goddamn mind. I only picked him because Brahamaj is literal dog shit. But I didn't bet on it, so no harm done, I guess. But that sounds like an experience that everyone should have, Sniff. Bringing a rotund female to a comedy show and just getting absolutely blazed for it. Maybe I can find one. Wouldn't be too hard around here. That's what's up. That is what's up. She's hot, but you're all done fucking. Well, we've been together for a very long time. I'm not saying we're all done with it, but you know, we've been together for a very, very long time. Put it that way. Did I miss anything on 309? I didn't watch the card. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It was a shit card. And I wish I'd done what you basically my internet went down. I was supposed to do a watch along yesterday, and my they were doing some kind of like technical works or whatever, and I couldn't live stream, and it was very hard. I had to go to great lengths to even watch the card. I had like a very, very like choppy stream going on my phone, so I wish I hadn't bothered. You didn't miss anything. Chandler and Oliveira was good if you like seeing Chandler get beaten up, which I really enjoyed. He did have 2 minutes of like. John Jones then mentioned that he would fight Tom Aspinall for the right, or said he didn't name Tom Aspinall, but he said he would take the fight that everyone wants to see, and then instantly went to the back and said he only wants Pereira, and if he doesn't get that fight, then he's fucking off. You didn't miss anything. It was dog shit. Karine Silva looked like a fat lump in there. Absolutely awful. I told everyone she was going to be dog shit, and I was proven correct. She was absolute. And I'm stupid because I put her on a parlay, and she ruined one of my parlays, but then I ended up making money anyway. So I guess I'm going to let that one go. But she's dog shit. Wang Kong versus Hardy's massive hamstrings. I'd like to see those two go at it in a very different context, involving like you know, some pudding and. Sorry, I've lost my chain of thought there for a second. Um, Frankie, do people say you look like Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails? I don't know who that is. I mean, I've heard of Nine Inch Nails, but no, nobody's ever said that to me. But I suspect they will now, you prick. Yes, check out Rob's Neighbors channel. Sorry, Rob. Let's give Rob's Neighbors a shout out. That's my guy right there. And check out Bismarck MMA as well. Doing some really good lives lately as well. I'm somebody who does partake in a lot of your, even though some of your verticals have been getting wild lately, bro. Fucking hell. I jumped in on one of your verticals the other day, and my god, the shit you were having to deal with. I'm done with the troll videos now. The upcoming UFC fights are actually real. Yeah, because I'm not sure a lot of people think you're trolling. I think I think they take you a little bit too seriously. I live in the hood. Some girl is screaming for help in the alley. I live in Toronto. There's hoods in Toronto. I guess you learn something every day. So we're not like US, but y'all blokes. So I told Mans to leave her alone, and he had her in a headlock. I'm 6'2". That's really good, bro. That was the right thing to do. You probably prevented. I mean, do people do? I mean, you probably prevented something. I didn't know that there was any kind of degenerate behavior that goes on in Canada. I've always heard that it's like a candy land where it's like a cartoon. So maybe they were helping her out. I don't know. But if that's the case, well done, sir. Thank you, Wesley, for shouting out Bismarck MMA. Give the guy a sub as well. I love Bismarck MMA's channel. Very good live streams. Bismarck, why do you like Nonce Rigo? I mean, it's a reasonable question. I'm not sure if he likes him, but it's a reasonable question. I've seen Rigo in there a bunch of times, and I felt like saying stuff, but I'm just like, fuck it. I don't want to give him the satisfaction. But yeah, shout out to those guys. I haven't seen much activity from Rigo lately. I thought things had died down a little bit. Lol, he was an Arab, she was a street girl. Someone owed someone money, but he went full jujitsu on her. Wow. That sounds like quite the situation. I don't even know what to say about that. I guess you did the right thing. I mean, I'm somebody who, like, I always get involved in and whenever I see somebody, in danger, I tend to stick my neck out, and it's got me in trouble quite a few times. Where is the Jerusalem Discord link posted at? Interesting. Dude went Royce Gracie. He screamed at me in an Arabic accent. She took my shoes. What? Maybe she deserved it. Arab girls are the bomb. They can be. I've got some funny stories about Arab women when I was working in Qatar, and Arab men, to be honest. There are a very high amount of fucking gay dudes in gay Arabs out there. Gay Arabs, yeah. Sorry, not gay Arabs. Arab men, yeah, think that all Westerners are bisexual. Sniff's an equal opportunity hater. But No Chill's right about Arab girls. When Arab girls are like, when you're talking about top tier in each race, top tier Arab girls are up there with the rest, with the best of them. I actually told him Allah Akbar, let her go. This is getting more and more wild by the second. At No Chill, I don't care about him. He comes into my vids and streams sometimes and hasn't been that bad. That's the thing. I mean, if somebody's coming in, yeah, and they're not acting out of pocket, it's because I have that problem in my live stream sometimes as well, where people used to come up in here. Melson was one person who used to come up in here, and everyone would instantly start spamming like, "Oh, Melson's a cunt," blah blah blah. I'm like, "Well, he's not doing anything in here that have a pro." Well, at the beginning, he wasn't. And it's the same with anyone. You got to kind of judge everyone on your own interactions with them, I guess. Who am I hating? Who don't you hate, Sniff? Joined Jerusalem and Toast was talking. Oh, this is a real disc. Sniff. Your application has been rejected. There is a Jerusalem Discord link, and you haven't invited me to it. How dare you? You're out. He's literally a groomer. I mean, there is that. I take everything back that I just said. Yeah, you should be. There's no defending that cunt, to be honest. He is a groomer and a bully and a scumbag. How you doing, Cheddarhead? What's good, my man? Where are you at, sir? He probably brings good traffic to your channel, so I get it. Yeah, I mean, quid pro quo and all that, but just be wary of that guy because he will stab you in the back sooner or later. The thing is, Rigo says things that he thinks are edgy. I don't think he's really a nonce. He is a bit of a groomer, though. He's definitely a groomer. So yeah, he is a nonce. What am I talking about? I don't have a Discord server. Oh, I'm disappointed. All right, applications back under consideration. I was about to get really offended. Rigo brings the worst traffic. Yeah, his again, I don't again I talk about Rigo like I'm proper informed about him. I'm just it's just the little bits of him I've seen in certainly chats of like younger people, like Better MMA and guys who are blatantly like, mid-teens. And he's in there saying stuff like, I'll grape you, like that's supposed to be funny. Hole in Dan Sock, how the fuck did you find Frankie? Hole in Dan Sock, I've seen Hole in Dan Sock around. It's a good question, though. I don't know how anyone finds me. Frankie, can you mod me for 2 minutes so I can send the Discord link to Nora8? Hang on a sec. I certainly can. Hang on a sec. Wait a moment. Guru doesn't have a Discord. It's just random people. Hang on a second. I'm trying to find you. He shouted my channel back in the day that I'm grateful for, and he hasn't done anything insane, but I hear y'all like, yeah. He's just a contentious little cunt. Hang on a second, Cage. Wait. Cage, you are a bold bastard. We'll give it a little go. Cage has been around for a little while. We'll give it a little go. How you doing, JVD? What's good, my man? I haven't seen you for a minute. I'm glad I stuck around for a while. How you doing? How you doing, brother? Really glad to see you here, my man. Jerusalem. I'm with it. I got you. Working here tomorrow. Oh, sweet, man. Cheddarhead, where are you at the moment? What if there was a huck to a chick who would do the hacker before doming you up? I'd be all for that. I'm all right. I'm all right with that. You can just unmod me again. I don't really care about being mod. As you wish, sir. Yeah, it's been some time. How you doing, JVD? What's good in the hood, man? You just yeah, okay. Yeah, it's been some time. I hope you're well. I just like the idea of somebody watching that Jake Paul video and taking it seriously. And a lot of people will, People don't understand trolling out here. Bismarck, noncy on your channel will not help. His main buddy's got no views or anything. The thing is, with him, if you ever have a falling out, he's got a track record of like doing some dodgy shit, stabbing people in the back. I'm in a state full of Mormons called Utah. I know it well, sir. Not that I'd ever go there, but chords are traps set by you know who. I'm glad we've gone to the you know who now and just not outright calling them out. It shows that you've grown as a person, Sniff. kind of. Um, Jerk It Out, Caesar's song just came on and I got a bong and the boys. Sounds like you're having a wild one there. It's like a giant cult here, but it's a beautiful place. Even in this the Sundays are kind of turning out to be that way. I think I'd make a pretty good cult leader. It's time to send Chandler to get sent to Haiti. Yeah, it is. I'm so glad he got battered, but also equally disappointed that he somewhat looked chatty towards the end. So he's going to manage to stick around a little bit. Cheers, hitting bong. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm really struggling with this, man. I'm at the point now, yeah, where I told you guys, yeah, I've stopped drinking and I've stopped vaping, and I'm really struggling, man. I don't care about an MMA YouTuber beef. If you come to my chat and you want a piece of shit, you're good. I think that's the right attitude to have. To be honest, I'm kind of like that as well. Like I don't ban anyone in my chat unless they are overtly doing like noncy type behavior. That's the only time when I kick people out. Other than that, it's kind of anything goes. Ched means Utah's giant cult. Utah is a giant cult. Yeah, I've heard that about the Mormons. It's kind of they're very kind of they're an interesting people. I'll put it that way. But the whole ethos behind their Mormon beliefs is just wacky to me. But I guess no less wacky than any of the other bullshit that gets spouted through under the guise of religion. It was funny when Chandler powerbombed Charles in the fifth round. It was retarded. It was just surreal. I've at least got to give Chandler some credit for giving us those mongoloid moments because it kind of made the whole card more amusing. Just have a beer. I don't know, man. It's like I've never really been a major beer guy. I've still got like a whole case of Asahi downstairs that I have to do something with now. But no, it was just like I said, being over in Bangkok and like that first 2 days where I got drunk off my head and I felt like dog shit. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And obviously hitting 40 as well. I'm like, I need to really start getting healthier, laying off the crap stuff. And but what's really weird is since I've stopped drinking and smoking vapes and stuff, my appetite's gone through the roof. Like I can't get away with eating once or twice a day now. Like I'm constantly eating, so that could have different effects as well. Spend £500 on 4 cigars. I don't get the cigar thing as well. It's like you can't inhale them. What's the point? I recognize that they look cool, but ban them for words like and stuff like that. I don't even care. I don't even care about stuff like that. It's more just like if you're saying stuff like I would grape children and shit like that. That's when you've got to go. But outside of that, Chandler is 2-4 in the UFC. He is, and yet he's still. It's. I bet you he falls to like 8 on Monday. He falls down like one ranking spot. He shouldn't even be in the top 10. When I drink, I did wine and got heartburn all the time. Yeah, man. The thing is there when I'm drinking because I'm a whiskey person in it, so like I would just drink straight whiskey and it would have. I'm not somebody who gets ill or gets like on the day, but then I have like days and days of like headaches, so it's not worth it. Pour it in an ice cold cup and chug one by one. It's not a bad suggestion. Cults are like the weirdest thing, but almost everybody is in one. In some form or another, everyone's in some kind of cult, I guess. That's not a bad take. I smoke weed, that's it. No vapes. Vapes give me acne. Adder gives me acne. Weed is always amazing. Not in pipes, too harsh. I prefer bongs. I'm definitely going to go back to smoking weed sooner or later, especially as I'm not working. The only reason why I don't smoke weed now is because we can't get good weed in the UK. Max versus Charles prediction. I'll go Charles Oliveira. Max's chin is going to be gone now. I think Charles Oliveira would take him down and smush him. Charles is a big lightweight. I think Charles would fuck Max Holloway up, and I think they should do that. That fight makes sense. BMF fight, but who wouldn't want to watch that fight? That's a guarantee pay-per-view seller between those two. Max is nowhere near any belts now. You can't give Chandler a title shot against Islam Makhachev because it wouldn't go anywhere. Put him in fun fights. I'm down. JVD, I'm down. I'm fully down. Give me a shout on DMs. We'll definitely meet up. Yeah, I'd go Charles. I think Charles Oliveira would destroy him. I think he'd finish him as well. Max, yeah, Sniff's got it. Max's career is about to fall off a cliff. There's nowhere else for it to go. Now that his chin's gone, he's got nothing else left. You can put him in some fun ones, but Max Holloway's gonna go out dirty. He's gonna go out. He's gonna go out like Tony Ferguson style. I think he's gonna go on like a legendary. Cheddarhead just said it. He's gonna go out like I don't think he'll let it get that far. I think he'll lose 2 or 3 in a row and it'll just be like, I'm done. Because Max Holloway's made a lot of money in his career. Max Holloway's gonna get. I would do. Yeah, I think Max Holloway's gonna get smacked. How are you doing, May Smarter? I hope I'm not saying a. Hope you haven't tricked me into saying a fucked up phrase there. Good to see you here. I have not seen you here before. Lovely to have you here. We're just talking mad shit, as we always do on a Sunday. It's generally a chill one. We're basically bitching about UFC 309 and talking about whatever we've actually managed to keep it majorly MMA stuff today, which is very rare for this channel. Tony Ferguson said he has a fight book for next year. Why though? Why are they? I don't know why the UFC are saying. I know that he's under contract. The only fight that Tony Ferguson should be having is against Nick Diaz, and then they both retire together. What if I became a Catholic? Would I get rich fast? No, I don't see how that would help you. Catholic, the days of being a Catholic are dead. I was raised as a Catholic, and there's nothing to be gained from that now. Max pieces up Oliveira. I'm willing to take that bet. Aldo fight him and avenge one of his losses. I still think Aldo is I still think there's some steam in him. The only problem with Aldo is that there's a very clear blueprint for that guy now. Just to date him against the cage, and you're fine. Nora become Jewish. Now you're talking. If you're talking about get rich quick streams, that's what you need to do. Crystal is MIA. Yeah, where is Crystal? I got a DM from her like a couple of days ago, so I think she's okay. In fact, I'm gonna DM her right now just to see how she is. Let's find out how Crystal's doing. I think the last time she messaged me was a couple of days ago. And let's face it, anything can happen at any time. Where's Crystal? There we go. I've got my first pro fight next week. Any advice? Oh, is it an MMA fight? What's the weight class? Give us some more information. The most difficult thing about having your first fights is it's very, very difficult to get information on your opponents. But give us some more information, and I hope it goes very, very well for you. Where are you fighting? Tell us more. I'm very intrigued. Shout out to you. I hope it goes very, very well. That is awesome. And by the way, maximum props for you to having the balls to get in there and do something like that. Because I did. My sister had an amateur fight last year, and I was shitting my pants. Fortunately, she's a Chad and she beat the fuck out of that girl. But So respect you. I poke until you can't no more. And when you get yeah, so basically the advice here is cheat, and cheat again until they give you a warning where they say next one is a point dock, and then stop cheating. Or maybe throw one more in there. If you get caught in a gilly, get out of there. Fantastic advice. So basically, if someone's choking you, don't let them choke you. You can add that to the list of advice. Don't get punched would be another piece of advice I'd give you. Flyweight, fighting from Texas is also the other chick's first fight, so I have no idea. Boy, I think the hardest thing you're gonna have to overcome is obviously just the nerves. And as long as you go in there kind of with the mentality that you know, that you're not gonna that whatever happens, you're not gonna give up. That's what I'm saying. Just fight harder. Go in there with a mentality that, like, I'm not saying you're willing to die in there because it's women versus women. No offense. No woman's ever killing another woman. But go in there with the attitude of like you're willing to put it all on the line. Because especially early on in your career, I'd imagine that like it's probably heart that gets you through more of these fights than skill. I'd imagine. Be careful of a sneaky glove touch. That's good advice. They might stick the old glove out and then bang you in the nose. So be wary of that. I lost my first fight because I was unconfident and overly worried. Be confident and know you're going to fuck your opponent up. Very, very good advice. It's exactly what I said. It's like the nerves are probably what's going to be the hardest thing you're going to have to contend with. But also, when I was speaking to my sister about it, she said the ring walk was much worse than the fight itself. She said once blows started getting landed, she forgot that everyone else was there, and she just zoned off into it. My sister was supposed to be a can for somebody. She was having her first like amateur fight, and she was fighting somebody who was 11-0, and she beat the fuck out of her. I don't think I've ever been more proud. It was awesome. There's nothing like watching somebody you actually know. That's why I'm kind of looking forward to seeing JVD get in there as well. But best of luck to you, and hang around. Let us know how you did, because I'd love to see how that went. And we're all wishing you the best of luck here. Genuinely, I hope it goes well. And I hope you go on to have a fantastic career. I'm pretty confident, so I'll be fine, I think. But listen, the very fact that you're getting in there shows that you've got some figurative balls on you. Because I mean, we talk shit about fighters in here all the time. But the fact is, yeah, that anyone who has the cojones to get in there and fight deserves maximum respect. Is it an MMA fight or did you say it was an MMA fight? MMA fight. Fighting is at most 40% of fighting. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I think mentality has I think mentality is a big part of it. I think if you go in there already mentally defeated, you're fucked. There's no way you can win. But also go in there and have fun as well. It's your first fight. Try and enjoy it. Enjoy the experience, like, because I've heard that the adrenaline rush of being in a fight with people watching, there's nothing like it. So enjoy the experience as well. And just see it as a learning experience. DDP proves that skill is fake. I don't know, Bismarck. That's a bit harsh. DDP is goofy, but I wouldn't say he's unskilled. He just makes it look goofy, and I think that works for him. I do remember The Running Man. The Running Man was a fucking goated movie. Please do make smarter. I would love to hear how you did. Try and get some video footage of it as well, and stick it on the Discord, especially if you well, not especially if you win. We'd like to see either way, but we hope you win. But yeah, I imagine you must be very, very excited. Enjoy the experience, and we genuinely hope it goes well. Beat the fuck out of that bitch. I don't know who she is, but we're in your corner. Mentality is like 20% of fight, and you can't beat a black belt jiu-jitsu nerd with mentality. But you can go in there having already lost, though. I get the mentality thing. I would say it's probably like 50-50. But again, I've never been in a pro fight, so I keep my fights on the street or in cabs or in bars. Trust, there's logic to his style. There is. I think DDP is very skilled. He just looks goofy, and I think that plays for him. How do you even define skill? To me, it's all about attributes that aren't physical, like strength and durability. No, I mean skill for me comes down to not just the physical things that you can do, but also your ability to adapt in there. I think like fight IQ is what I'd rank above anything. Just about. Obviously, you need to have the physical tools, but there's so many things outside of like there are so many things outside of skills that don't matter. Like conditioning is really important, strength's really important. But intelligence is number one. If you're able to kind of like adjust on the fly to what somebody's doing. And that's why John Jones is one of the best of all time. It's the preparation that he puts into things that people overlook. That gym goes in there with no stone unturned. And it shows. Preparation is the key. But I'm with you there on that as well, Steve. It's like that's what makes fighting so exciting and so unpredictable. There are so many variables that go into it. You can have somebody across from somebody else who is way skilled, way better, but they're just having an off night. Like their confidence is shot, or they have a bad night's sleep, or there's something going on in their personal lives. Do you know what I mean? There's so much that can go into things. And that's what makes it such a fascinating sport. And there's also the concept of sometimes styles. The reason why styles make fights is such a cliched thing to say is because it's true. I worded that bad. I'm saying strength and durability aren't skills. Fighting IQ, exactly. That's what I'd agree with. I would say that fight IQ is where you really separate the wheat from the chaff, in my opinion. But I mean, even though strength and durability aren't skills, they're attributes that are very important in a fighting scenario. And things like strength obviously can be developed. Things like durability can be developed as well. So it comes down to that preparation. No, I just kiss my opponent and the ref breaks it up. He's gay. You should definitely do that in your first fight. Just like kiss him on the nose. You might get a DQ. You could probably go through your entire career just getting DQ wins by just doing fruity shit before the fight starts. My mom's flying out to record, so I'll send it if she gets any good vids. We appreciate. Yeah, May Smart, if you could jump on the Discord, because I'm always intrigued to have people who are willing to have actual fight experience in here. We've got JVD who's gonna be an up and coming contender at some point. Um, we've had people up in here who have had fight experience, so we'd love to hear about your experiences and how they went. So do stick around. We'd love to hear from you. Does anyone have the Discord link by any chance? Let's try and get May Smarter a Discord. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna throw it up here for you. Hang on a sec. Where's my Discord? Hang on a sec. Man, I'm so glad I got to oop. I'm so glad that I finally managed to get online here because I could have missed out on all this awesome banter. Sorry for the sound. The sound is gonna pop up in a second. All right, we got it. All right, there's the Discord. 2025 going up. JVD, I'm telling you, man, I want a spot in your corner. Yeah, it's in there now, mate. Smart. We would love to have you in there. Like I said, I'm very intrigued to see how that goes. What up, bro? Stars make fights is cliche, but never out of place. 100%. By the way, Jax, I'm so sorry about yesterday, man. What's really fucked up about it? My internet stream came back on literally about 20 minutes after the card was over. And also, I tried to come on here today, and restream were fucking me about. But yeah, let's all wish our best to May Smarter. Nothing but love from here. And it's a great state to fight in as well. That should be a scrap. I can't wait for JVD to get first round Kimura'd by a guy named Masema Homa Brimatar. I don't get subbed. Oh, JVD, you legend. I think we're all looking forward to your first fight. I'm fucking jazzed about that as well. I'm gonna be nervous as well though when you get in there. Very nervous. I'm gonna be a 205 unranked journeyman in the UFC soon. Yeah, you're a pretty. How tall are you, Bismarck? Because I know you're a pretty thick set lad. Oh, Westy, you legend. Yeah, guys, sub up to Making a Walk. He definitely needs it. He's a stone's throw away from 5,000 subs now. 5,000, which is just incredible. There was a time when I had more subs than Making a Walk, if you could believe it. And now I'm just getting mogged. But fortunately, it's my boy, so. JVD will succumb to Tuivasa's leg kicks. We need to wish that into reality. Not him getting leg kicked, obviously, but that fight eventually happening. Yeah, move up a weight class every time you lose. You should start like really low and then just work your way up. JVD, are you gonna do amateur fights first? I'm assuming that's the aim, yeah. I'm 6'0". Oh, you're 6'6" and 224 pounds. Because you're young as well. Yeah, I reckon light heavyweight would probably be the move for you. Because if you're 20 years old and you're already kind of like in and around that weight, I would say that's. But could you shred down a little bit? Because maybe middleweight might be a better move for you. Because it's a difficult one. I'm 6'4", 77 pounds. Oh God. JVD versus Hooker. Guys, we never know. We never know. We need to be remaining on JVD's good side because he could give us an in. He could be our in to the UFC. Are you salty now, Frankie? Shall we not link Jax's chat? I'm super salty. No, honestly, I could not be happier for Jax. Like, I really couldn't. Like, if anyone deserves it, it's him. Like I said, I was a fan of Jax's channel before we ever became boys, so I'm delighted for Jax. I'm still shocked that I'm not too far away from it. I know I say this all the time. I'm shocked that I'm not too far away from it as well. It's sweet to nearly be there, and put it that way. It's awesome. When I was in high school, I wrestled at 185, but I've gotten a lot bigger since then. It's very hard to keep that down. There's not a 6'4". I think there's a 6'2" flyweight. Or a 6-foot flyweight. I know there's one guy in the UFC who's out there weight bullying pretty badly. But the thing is, at that weight, you're just gonna get slept. That's beanpole territory. Join the Discord chat. Nice one, May Smarter. Please keep us updated. I'm fat. Nothing wrong with that, Cage. How fat are we talking? What are you? I'm 6'6", 150 pounds of walk around weight. Paradox, I don't know what to believe of you. There could be any range going on there. You can pretty much get away with saying whatever you want. But yeah, Bismarck, I'd say if you're 20 and you're struggling to get below 220, then probably light heavyweight is the way for you. If you're 6 foot a lightweight, you've got to be attacked. That's more why I'm thinking middleweight might be better. I think if you're a light heavyweight these days, you've got to be at least 6'2". at least. 6 foot is kind of good middleweight height. You can go in there and mog a little bit. Yeah, Paradox. When are you getting the channel back up and going again? I miss having you around, man. I miss those lives. You were on the crest of a wave there. I'm a 4'4" super heavyweight. So you're basically an orange. I get the feeling you're I get no body fat. Fucking hell. Chedhead, I don't know what it is, but with you, I assume you're like in the 6 foot range. I've got nothing to base that on. I turned 6 foot. I turned 5'2" in December. Chris Barnett is an elite athlete, and the exception due to his one and yeah, Chris Barnett. I mean, he could fight at fucking welterweight. The fat cunt. He's what 5'8". Absolute scum. Yeah, Paradox. Yeah, go live, Paradox. Go live now, innit? And let's all raid Paradox to chat. I've missed having you on, brother. Let's all jump to Paradox to Chad. Let's get Paradox to Chad back up and running again. You're pretty big for your size. Yeah, Steve, you look like a pretty big lad as well. According to this chat, at least everyone is 6 foot. I am proudly 5'7", and I don't give a fuck, mate. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, let's raid up on let's give Paradox a minute or two to get up and going, and then we'll jump over to Paradox to Chad. I'll revive the channel if I get more donos than Clown Show. That's a very reasonable request. I'm also pretty tall for my height and heavy for my weight. What do you mean heavy for your weight? Do you mean like your BMI is a bit off? Like I would consider myself to be kind of in prime. I'm 5'7" and I'm about 70 kilograms, which I think is about 155 pounds. Something like that. I'm built like Torres Finney without abs. I have a really long reach but very short legs. Yeah, that might work in your favor though, you know. Especially if your legs are like stocky as fuck, if you can take kicks. That might work. Everyone should go live right now. I'm trying to think of that Torres Finney build. What's that like? I'm kidding. I'm just saying nonsense. Yeah, Steve, you look like you're in pretty good condition though, sir. I haven't said anything too homoerotic in this stream. I need to slot at least one in there. Yeah, 5'10" is a pretty yeah, it's like it's not too tall, not too short. It's pretty cool. 5'7" is just, which is why I probably like hanging around in Asia so much, so that I can feel like I'm not a fucking midget. You're 5'11", 235. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not ridiculously out of shape. Yeah, if you could get down to like 210, that would probably be primed. But it must be difficult to do with how much, you know, you seem to be busy quite a lot and working quite a lot of hours. So it must be difficult to balance that. Like foreign intelligence agent. All right, Paradox, have you gone live yet? No way Hank the Tank is live. Is he? Whenever I suggest people to jump over to Hank the Tank, they kind of like spaz out and they're like, "No, I don't want to do that." I've got a few bones to pick with Hank the Tank, actually. Which I'm not going to get into now. I'm chimp maxing. Yeah, it sounds like it, bro. I'm just being lazy. I'll get back in shape one of these days. No way, clown. Is anyone else like I would really like to raid Paradox the Chad. Paradox the Chad is my guy. We'll give a couple of minutes to Paradox the Chad. I don't think I'm subscribed to MMA Clown Show. Hank is chill. Yeah, Hank is cool. Hank reminds me of that show Friends. In what sense? Western Mass. I had to take some kid to a mental hospital because his parents found him eating dog shit on Thursday. Steve Spiros, yeah, I need to, bro. I need to get you on live one day and just hear some of these stories because I imagine you've seen some shit. Hank is a Jew, but most Jews are entertaining. Is Docs on? Is Docs officially on? Let me refresh. No, he's not. Damn it. Because it's like 4:30 in the morning here. What was I love that that's Sniff's first question. What was the breed of the dog, by the way? It matters. Spiros is an actual angel. Like I said, man, I've got nothing but respect for people that do that kind of work. Like my mother was a nurse back in the day. Anyone who's in like medical services or is like a teacher or a firefighter or anyone like that, people that have been in the army, I know it's like, you know, um, anyone that would be willing to do that as well. I've got a lot of respect for. Bro hits 200 subs and leaves. I think he was on the verge of blowing as well. It felt like it was getting to that stage. I just want Paradox to go back to the lives because it's just I missed him. Is he? Are you joking? Is he actually live though? Because I really should go to bed. Oh, he's live. All right, guys, hang on a sec. And he's playing a game. Hang on a sec, dudes. Please let's get over to Paradox to Chad and show him some love. I'm gonna throw him up in here now, and I'm gonna leave because that would be the honorable thing to do right now. Nice one, Westy. Westy's on it already. Guys, if you could jump over to Paradox to Chad. A problem is I'm very susceptible to trips and sweeps because I'm very top heavy. You can work on that though. If I was you, yeah, I would judo it up. All right, guys, let's get over to Paradox to Chad. Much love to everyone. I'll catch you all on Tuesday. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of you. Take it easy. Have a great rest of your weekend. Love you all, guys. Peace.